Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year. This video is going to be a little bit of a bookish reset for the new year because as I'm filming this right now it's the 29th of December 2024 and as you can see I've still got a tree up, I've still got Christmas books to put away, and there's just a couple of little bookish things that everyone likes to get done in January or just before the year starts, just to set up the year perfectly well. The aim for this video is to figure out a Goodreads goal, start maybe a reading journal or just other little things, maybe get a Fable, pre-order some new releases that are coming out in the year, and just other little exciting things that we've got coming up for the new year. So that is what today's video is going to be, but for now I do need to take down my Christmas decorations, but you will probably see that in another video if you haven't seen it already. It's very, very confusing. I'm filming about 5 videos at once right now. But yeah, this is the bookish reset. Okay guys, so the first point of call for this reset is a fun one. We are going to go book shopping today because my cousin Scott, Kerry and my little niece got me a Waterstones voucher for Christmas to obviously spend in Waterstones, and I don't really know what I've got my eye on at the moment book-wise. I feel like I did get a lot of great books for Christmas. I've got a lot of books on my physical TBR, so I don't even need to be getting any more books, but I just thought to spend the voucher, start the year off right, it's perfectly fine. If I do that now, I don't have to worry about it running out, even though I think I've got like a year to spend it, but it's fine. I'm gonna go and spend it today. It's haul time of everything that I got today. First of all, I got the rom-commers by Catherine Center. I also bought Days at the Moriarty bookshop, and another one that I got is After the Fire by Charlotte Rickson, and I even went on a colour scheme. I don't really think I meant to do that, and I was wearing my little yellow jumper as well. So there you go. Hello everyone, it is currently New Year's Day as I'm filming this, and to anyone else that means new year, new start, but to a reader that means a new Goodreads goal. So that is what we're going to be doing right now. So I've got it on my iPad, and if we take a look at some of my past challenges, that's how I'm going to set a reading goal for this year. So in 2022 I had a goal of 12. I thought one a month, that's doable. I managed to read 65. In 2023 I upped that by putting my goal as 75 and I read 105. 2024 I upped it again by 10 as 85, and then I read 106. So the past 2 years I've read around the 105, 106 mark. However, I will say in 2023 a lot of that was like novellas in the Shatter Me series, short stories and stuff like that, whereas in 2024 I read the same amount of books but the books were bigger. For example, the Boys of Tommen series and stuff like that. So on average I'm still reading around that amount, so I really don't know what I want to do my reading goal as this year. So if I just go on to the reading challenge section and press set a goal, I need to think about how many books I want to read this year. I said 50 because this year is going to be the year that I start working full-time. I'm going to be a little bit more, you know, stressed, not as much time to read, I'm going to be more tired. So I do want to keep my goal as realistic as physically possible. Riley said I should keep it around the 80 mark, and then I said maybe around 50 or 60. So he said, why don't we go smack bang in the middle and you should try and do 70. And I still think that is a doable goal for me, but I just don't know how I feel about a number. Like, I don't want this year to be about the numbers. I literally just want to read, and then if I make the goal, then I make the goal. That's great, but I still want to make it somewhat achievable.
70.
That's still pretty high though. I think I'm gonna make it 70. I said I was set on 50. Last night I was like, yep, 50 reading goal, that's fine. I think I'm gonna have to do 70. And I can always change it. Okay. Reading goal is set at number 70. We can do this, guys. I need some encouragement. So guys, I have obviously set my goal as 70, and I've also just done a bingo bookish, no, what's it called? A 2025 bingo card, and some of it was bookish, some of it isn't, so I'm just going to quickly read you through some of the bookish things that I'd like to do in 2025, but I'm not going to tell you the lifestyle stuff yet because I am actually doing another reset as well, so you will see that in that video. But my bookish goals are read Throne of Glass. I would absolutely love to complete the Throne of Glass series in 2025. I have started it but just haven't got around to reading anything else. I think I've read the first book and that's it. I want to read 70 books as you've just seen. I want 5 of those books to be non-fiction. I'd love to join a book club. Me and my friends have been talking about it for literal months now, to literally sit, read a book and then discuss it. Like, it's not that hard, babe, but we keep saying we're going to do it and then we never actually get around to doing it. So that's definitely something that we need to do. So I've said join a book club. We kind of already have one, but we just haven't hosted it or done anything for it. So this year is our year, guys, but we're not going to do it monthly. I think we're doing it quarterly. I would like to complete 2 24-hour readathons. We already know that I'm going to be doing one anyway. I would like to complete 1 month a book buying ban, and this one kind of goes in hand. I would like to reduce my physical TBR by 20%, and I have just worked that out, that 20% of my physical TBR is 55 books, which is nothing. My TBR is around the 275 page mark. 270 mark. 275 mark. Oh my goodness. My TBR is around 275, but it just means that I won't be prioritising my Kindle. I'll probably still read some of the books on my Kindle if they're Kindle Unlimited books, but I'm going to prioritise the actual books that are on my physical TBR rather than downloaded on my Kindle. But those are my Bookish goals, which is great. If you want to see my life goals, another reset will be coming. I didn't mean to start recording, and I started recording. The sun is in my eyes. I didn't pick the best place to start filming this, but it is the next day and I'm going to redo my TBR cart. I've been debating for around a month now whether it would be beneficial to me to move my TBR cart to Riley's house. Simply because I'm there the majority of the time. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I really want to start this book, and then I don't have the book to read. So I need to put all my like most anticipated reads at Riley's house, but I don't really have like a bookshelf or any space to put books there unless I take my TBR cart over. And I just thought it would be beneficial to me to have like some little books there as well. Otherwise, I'll start buying books on my Kindle or having to wait like the next day to go and pick the book up. And it's just not very practical to have books just like all in one place, especially because I read, I don't want to say rapidly because I'm not that fast of a reader, but like I do get through books quite quickly, sometimes like more than 3 a week or whatever. So having them where I spend the majority of my time is probably a little bit more beneficial to me. However, I am about to film my January TBR video, so I thought what better a time to go through my bookshelves, go through the books that I got for Christmas, put them onto my TBR cart now, all of my most anticipated reads at this very moment, take some off that I'm not really in the mood for or the ones that are more seasonal, and then once that's done I will dismantle it, put it into my cart and take it to Riley's. But I thought it'd be best to just have like my most anticipated reads onto it at the moment. And I've just realised you can see my shadow. Woo! So guys, it is our next task of the Bookish reset. This video has taken me a very long time to film, but I am going to pre-order some brand new releases for 2025. As we know, we've got Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid, we've got Wild Side by Elsie Silver, we've got Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry, we've got Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez, and so many other great ones. I'm going to try and go on a very long, in my eyes, book buying ban in 2025 when we are approaching probably the end of Jan. As I'm filming this right now, it's a week into Jan. I haven't really bought books this year. I think I bought 1 book this year so far, but it's only because it happened by chance that I saw it and I was like, oh, I need that book, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to get it elsewhere. My TBR has now got to the point where it is nearing 300, and that is just my physical TBR, which is very overwhelming and very, very stressful. And as much as I love oh, my battery's flashing. Sorry guys, my battery was flashing. That's great. Luckily I had a spare one. Anyway, I want to go on a at least 2-month book buying ban at some point in 2024. 2025, I keep doing that. That is one of my goals in 2025, is to book buying ban as much as I possibly can, because there is no way I need any more books at this very point. There are those well-loved authors by all of us on this platform that we just need their new books. I'm gonna have severe FOMO if I don't read Abby Jimenez's new book, Elsie Silver's new book, Emily Henry, etc, etc, and especially Taylor Jenkins Reid, because she is my favourite author ever. So I need that book in my hands. Therefore, it is pre-order time and we're going to do this. However, I don't think I'm actually going to order Emily Henry's book. I was actually sat there thinking about it just now, and I think it's going to come out in hardback first, and all of my other Emily Henry books are in paperback. So I don't think that is a smart decision to order that, because I don't know, I probably just won't read it as a hardback. I don't know. I'm just gonna see. Don't know if we're gonna be ordering Emily Henry's, but we will order the others. So I'm going to start screen recording and go onto Amazon. First of all, I'm going to look for Abby Jimenez. Say You'll Remember Me. And I'm going to add the paperback to my basket. Oh, you can't just add it to your basket, you just have to straight away pre-order. Okay. The sheer fact that I have to pay for shipping now before it even comes out of my account is insane. I'm going to order that. That comes out in March. That's actually a lot sooner than I thought. Me just buying them without even thinking about it is insane. And I think I'm just going to do Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid and then leave it at that for now because that's still... What? Paperback, £25. Don't think I'll be buying that one right now. Never mind. I'm going to leave it at that, I think. Another thing that I do want to do is my reading journal for this year. Every single time I start a new year, I'm like, I'm going to do a reading journal, and then I just never do it. I'm going to be so real. I've bought them. I've even had people buy me, like, for Christmas. Riley's bought me one. Ready-made reading journals that are, like, made up. You don't even have to do anything except fill it in. And I still haven't done it, which is so lazy of me. However, I think now it's the new year and we've got fresh goals and stuff like that. I'm going to set and dedicate a certain amount of time in a week to just update the whole entire thing. I'm not going to go too intricate with the stuff that I need to do for it because I feel like that's when it gets really overwhelming. I don't even think I'm going to use too much where I have to print stuff out. I'm literally just going to like write the book name down. Some of the little things like the little mini book covers and stuff I will print out, of course, but I feel like that's when it becomes tedious and annoying. I don't know. That is what I'm going to do as well. So you will be seeing that in this reset as well. Just trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to do for it because I feel like I haven't done much. Another thing that I do want to do is reorganise my bookshelves because they're looking a little bit worse for wear. I feel like after every single event you get a load of new books for Christmas, your birthday or whatever, and then like if you looked at that bookshelf right now, it is so bad because there's just books. I'm just going to take a picture of it and I'm going to insert it because it is insane. Oh, creeps me out just looking at it. But I haven't taken very good care of my bookshelves in the last couple of months because I've just had to like pile books onto it. I've got too many books and too little space, basically. I've got a pile of them there, I've got books everywhere. However, I'm thinking instead of doing that in the reset, I'm going to do it in a completely separate, like reading my bookshelves with me video because I feel like that does take, it's a daily, like it's an all day thing. So it warrants a whole video, if you know what I mean. I've literally just stopped filming that clip that you just saw. And I was like, what can I do for my reset? I have nothing else to do. I've just thought of something. I just started going randomly through my Bookish sweatshirts because I want to keep them in a more accessible place. And I thought, that's Bookish. You can see my Bookish sweatshirts. So I'm just going to make a little pile of them and then show you them and sort them out a little bit, just quickly. This is one of my favourite ones ever, which is my Magnolia Parks one from House of Jupiter. I forgot what it was called then. This is my Kindle Reader tarot card one by Literature Stitches. You can use code EllaRose10 for 10% off. My Spicy Reader Book Club one by Page & Needle. Also, you can use EllaRose10 for 10% off. My Parks one from the original Magnolia Parks store. I've just realised how much blue I wear. I have my Cobalt one, which is part of Page & Needle's Addicted Callaway range, as well as my Hail one from there as well. And I also have a Callaway one as well from that range. I think that's all the ones that I've got at the moment here, but I also have my Romance Reader one from Literature Stitches. I have a personalised Ella Rose Reads one from Page & Needle, which is her new range, which I'll get onto maybe in another video because that is so, so good. I have a Fueled with Tea and Books one, which is at Riley's house, and just another couple like load of Bookish ones as well, which I will put on screen if I can find me a picture wearing it. But I think that's it. I am in need of some new Bookish sweatshirts though, because I love them all so much and I wear them so much. I get so much use out of them. Like, it's actually insane. I'm just going to try and figure out what I want to wear today. I also have a Bookworm one from Literature Stitches as well. I do just want to also say, if you are looking to get Bookish sweatshirts, this isn't obviously like nowhere an ad or anything, but mine are in a XL. Or maybe these are a 2XL. Let me have a look. What does that say? XL. I love oversized things. I know that Ellen gets like an XL or a 2XL as well, and she's like even smaller than me. We just love oversized hoodies. But I think the smallest one out of all of the ones you've seen was a large. I've never gone under a large. I will show you how it fits. It's more than able to fit, but I just like it baggy. You can wear it like down with like shorts or whatever, or you can tuck it under, which is what I tend to do. Ellen also likes to roll up the sleeves of her ones. I don't like to do this because I'm like an Ariana Grande sleeve kind of girl. I'm like, hey, ASMR or whatever. But I just love how they fit. I just think they're amazing. But this is from Page & Needle. As I said before, if you love the Addicted series, like so many of you do, then there you go. Definitely head over to Page & Needle and use my code, which is EllaRose10 for 10% off. This is not an ad. I have not been told to say this, but just in general, I love, love, love Page & Needle products. They are insanely good. Okay. Oh! God, it's so bright. The sun is like directly in my eyes, so sorry if I'm like squinting or anything. But it is the next day and I have downloaded Fable as an app to track my reading, get my reading goal. It's basically like a newer updated Goodreads where you can make book clubs and stuff on it. I do just want to use it as like a tracking platform because it has like statistics and stuff like that. I do also have Storygraph, but I have imported my physical TBR like when I did it, and it says I've got 251 books on it, but on my Goodreads physical TBR it says 273. So I don't know what's on Goodreads and what isn't, and it's so stressful because I don't want to go through every single book on my physical TBR. I'm going to try and update this as much as possible. I will leave my Goodreads is always linked down below. I will leave my Fable link down below as well. I will also leave Storygraph, so if you did want to go and check out my accounts and stuff on there, then you can. But yeah, I just thought I'd let you know that I have actually got a Fable now. It is just ellarose.reads as per usual, but I'm going to update it, and because I made this a couple of days ago, but I haven't actually like done anything with it other than the first 2 books I read of the year, and I've currently read 5 or 6 books so far this year, so I need to update that as well, so we'll be doing that too. That took me a lot longer than I thought, but I have updated it now. I'm always like this when I get like a new app or like something to figure out. It takes me ages to like figure out. Oh, the postman's here. And I have figured it out now, but I know I'm going to forget it and forget to update it. But I do just want to make more of an effort this year to update all 3 platforms. So obviously, as I said, I've got Storygraph, Goodreads and Fable now, and they are all good for different reasons. Storygraph I think is my favourite for like statistics and stuff. Goodreads is just good to have all of your books that you want to read on there and like for lists and things. And Fable, not sure what it's good for yet because obviously I haven't actually used it for a prolonged period of time. So let me know what your favourite one is out of the 3. But yeah. Okay guys, I believe it is the last little thing that we have to do for our resets, which is insane. I feel like I've been filming this video for way too long now. Such a long time. But it is reading journal time, which is so exciting. So I actually have 2 journals here. I was going to start a reading journal and a normal journal because both of these things I've wanted to do in the past, but I'm not very good at keeping up with hobbies. I'm really, really bad. Like reading has been the only hobby that's stuck with me for literal years because I just love it so much. But like this is just added stress. So this year I want to keep it very low key. I just really want a way to visually see my year in a reflection. I really want to start journaling again because I do go through stages. Like in lockdown I did it, but I think I did it for like 2 weeks. And it's so fun reading those entries back, but there's not much of them. So I definitely want to do a journal, but also my reading journal as well. So regarding my reading journal, this is literally just one that I picked up off of Amazon, and this pencil is the only rubber that I have. So we're just going to hope for the best I don't mess things up. I have already read, I think, 11 books this year so far, and it's currently the 20th of Jan, which is quite impressive actually. I'm not going to be filling in any of the like mini book covers or anything yet, like actually filling it in. We are literally just going to be setting it up because, as I said, it's the 20th of Jan and we haven't done that yet. So I'm a little bit late to the game, but I decided that I wanted to do this quite late on. So we're just gonna hope for the best and see what happens. And what I'm gonna do, I wanted to do like the bit where you like cut up stuff, stick it all in and make it all cutesy and like collagey and floral paper and stuff like that. And as much as I want to do that, not only did I want this to be as easy as possible so I can stay with the hobby and like make it as accessible to me as I can, I also didn't want to be spending a load of money on a hobby that might not stick. So I'm literally just going to hope for the best with my little pens that I absolutely adore. I did go out and buy some like fine liners and things as well. This is just like a normal dotted journal, but I'm hoping to make the first page like a bookstore. I've seen so many amazing creators do this. This is not my original idea whatsoever, but I'm hoping to like cut out the window and then you can see into the bookstore, and then this will be like my wrap up of the year, like bookshelves with like a load of books on it. I want to do a book bingo and stuff like that. I'm going to see if I can get it sketched out. I don't even have a ruler. This is not going to go very well. I don't even have a ruler, so I'm using an old guinea pig diary. And this is the inspo pick to draw on the front, but probably not going to go very well. Let me just say that now. Okay, so I've drawn out like the actual bookstore. You can't even see that. Oh, there you go, just a little bit. So that is like the basic guideline as to what I'm gonna do. However, I don't know, part of me wants to make it like beigey brown, like a normal bookstore colour. I am a pink pastel girly through and through. So part of me is like, do I just want to make it like cutesy pastel, pink, green, yellow, blue, like bright colours? I feel like I'll appreciate it more if it is bright colours, but I just need to understand colour theory for a second and see if it will actually look good. Like I might make my bookstore pink. Okay, I have it all like coloured. I'm not artistic at all. Once I've like gone over it with a fine liner and stuff, it should hopefully look a little bit better. And I am going to cut out the window, as I said, to see the bookstore. However, the pens that I used did bleed through the page and onto this page as well. So what I'm going to do is glue this page shut and do the bookstore on like here. There is a little stain here though, but I might just be able to cover that up. And then I will cut out the 2 pages for the window. I realised that I didn't have a glue stick, so I literally just popped to the corner shop on the corner of my road and grabbed a ruler and a glue stick, which is amazing because they're the 2 things that I just didn't have, and I was like, I'm struggling. Let me see if the corner shop has them. So perfect. Okay guys, it is flip through time of the reading journal. Sorry for the shaky camera, if it shakes, I don't know, but I'm doing my best here to show you from this angle. So, first of all, I am going to decorate the cover at some point. I'm just waiting on some stickers to come in. So, I'm going to give you a little flip through on the inside. As you open the journal, as you can see here, I have my little bookstore opening with the window. When you look through here, you have my 2025 reads. So these are all the books that I'm going to be reading in 2025. So these books are filled in. I haven't actually read them. It's simply because you could just see it through the window. So we're just going to ignore that for now. And these ones as well. But I've made more than enough spaces for the books that I'm going to be reading this year. We also have a little armchair, a little side table, and some mugs and like little accessories as well, which I thought was quite cute. And then on the next page, we have my 25 books in 2025. I just drew these like letters out and put like little cherries in between them, and I thought they were quite cute. I haven't really thought about the 25 books I'm going to read in 2025 yet, but once I do, that will be filled in, and then I'll colour them in when I've read them. On the next page, we have Book of the Month. This is essentially just going to be my favourite book from each month, and I'm going to print out the cover and pop it on there as well. And then this one goes hand in hand with that. All of the yellow ones will be my favourites from each month, and then I will pick my favourite from Jan and Feb, from March and April, from May and June, narrow them down even further until it creates my favourite book of the year. This was really handy. I think I did this in 2022, and it really did help me pick out my favourite read, so I definitely wanted to include a book bracket in my journal. And then at the end I'll print out the cover. The next page, we have Book Bingo. This is basically a lot of prompts, so when I complete one, I can colour it in. For example, we have enemies to lovers, a friend recommendation, read it in one day, a summer read, set in another country, fully annotate, an audiobook, set in London, a book older than me, the longest one on my physical TBR, like the longest I've owned it, read at a library, just little reading prompts basically that we can do. We have my alphabet challenge as well. I just did this kind of like floral design in the background. This floral design in the background is fully influenced by Rachel Catherine's journal. She did kind of, for her January spreads, did this like border with the flowers, and I just sort of copied it basically, but in different colours. We have one for each letter of the alphabet, and then when I do a book with that letter, I can fill it in there. And then we have our monthly tracker. So over here we have January all the way to December and numbers 1 to 20. I will probably never read more than 20 books a month. So I'm going to basically turn this into like a little bar graph of the amount of books that I read. And for some reason, if I do read over 20, I'll just put like an extra +5 or whatever. And of course a DNF graveyard. This one has some cutie little dots in the background as well, with some gravestones for all the books that I DNF. I'm talking like hard DNF, so soft DNFs won't be included in this, but yeah. On the next page, this is the spread that I absolutely hate the most, but once it's filled in, you'll see the vision. So I have my 5-star read spread here, which is essentially just going to be all the book covers printed out. I only rated 10 books 5 stars in 2024, so I only did this as a single spread. But at the end of the journal, towards the end of the year, when I do like my yearly wrap up and stuff, I'm going to do like a Hall of Fame favourite books ever. So if it needs a double spread, it can have that. And then I also have a page for rereads as well, with a little yellow border and a book in the corner as well. And this one is my physical TBR spread. I kind of took that same design with the cherries and did it with blueberries as well, and just put physical TBR, but this is actually a Dutch door spread, so I actually have like multiple pages in between. They're like half pages where the title comes out the top, because I have a 300+ physical TBR, so I needed enough room to fill it in. So I think this literally spans over around 10 pages, and to be honest, I'm not looking forward to filling this in. And then we have our new releases spread. This is something where I can just put in the new releases of the year from January all the way to December with the dates on it as well. And then I did leave a page blank because I was going to do a book club spread, because me and my friends are thinking of making a book club, but just in case we don't do that, I wanted to write like a letter to my future self and just stick it in there or something along those lines. But I'm going to have a little think about that one. And then we have my series tracker. Believe it or not, these are very slightly filled in with pencil, but I just need to actually fill it in with pens and stuff like that. Like this long one here's the Addicted series, this one here's Throne of Glass, and they all have their own place. This is series that I'm in the middle of, and series that I own that I haven't read yet, for example the Lancaster Prep series there as well. So that concludes my actual like 2025 yearly spreads, and now we're going to go on to the monthlies. So obviously I've just done January for now because that's where we're at, and I did this like little scarf design. I completely copied this off of Pinterest, I'm going to be so honest with you, so do not take this as my design whatsoever. But I did do a stats page. Obviously I can't complete this until the end of the month, simply because I'm still reading books, I'm still reading pages, but it has a little bit here for the number of books that I read, it has the number of pages that I read, and my average rating that I rated all the books, and then it also has a pie chart to see the genres and moods and stuff like that. And I also have a little bar graph that's going to be here with the format that I read it. So it's going to be like audio, paperback, Kindle, or a hybrid of both, and then it's just going to be like a little bar graph with the amount. And then I also have a rating system down here from 1 to 6 stars, and I'm going to put how many books I rated those numbers in there. I rarely ever get 1 stars and 5 stars, so I think a lot of it is just going to be from like the 3 and 4 range. And then on the next page I have my January TBR. Obviously we have already completed this, it's literally near the end of January, so I'm just going to print out the book pages and put them in there. And then I have a reading log as well, where I write down all the books I read, the date that I started it, the date that I finished it, the amount of pages it has, and then what I rated it. And I think that is it so far. And then for now, this is going to be my January reads page. So I've currently read 13 books in Jan. So I'm going to basically fill it in with a little review as well, because this is going to really help for my wrap-ups and my review videos and stuff like that, where I can just literally look and see all my reads in one place with their reviews. I've got 2 pages I think for that at the moment. And then I saw Sophie Jane do this, where she put her YouTube uploads into her scrapbook. She doesn't really have a book journal, she has like an everything journal, but I thought it was a nice idea to put my YouTube uploads in here as well. So I think I'm going to do like my little thumbnails here, and that's about it. But obviously I'm going to repeat this process monthly. So for February I'm going to set up this exact kind of format with the stats page and the title page, just obviously with a different design. But yeah, that is it so far for my journal. And obviously I'm going to dedicate a certain amount of time every month to fill it in, print out some pictures and all of that fun stuff as well. But I'm actually quite proud of it. I'm definitely not the most artistic person, even though I did get a good grade in GCSE art. But in general, I just wanted to do it to enjoy it and just keep it as a little hobby. And just having everything visually in your mind and physically in front of you is just a nice thing to look at the end of the year. But that is my reading journal. This video has been a very, very long time in the making, so I'm gonna wrap this up and get it uploaded for you literally tomorrow as I'm filming this. So I love you guys lots. Thank you so much for watching. I managed to get quite a few bits done in this vlog, which is great. But I do definitely have planned very soon a do bookish things with me kind of vlog as well, where we're going to be doing like bookshelves and other fun stuff like that. So definitely stay tuned for that too. But if you did enjoy this video, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I love you guys lots. Thanks so much for watching. Happy 2025, and I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Bye.